Well, good day folks. I'm here in Edinburgh today, the Saturday, March 28th, in the midst of the coronavirus lockdown, or the Corona-19 as they're calling it now, the code name for it. The streets of Edinburgh have never been so quiet in the days that I can remember Edinburgh being the quietest, but this is the quietest. Even during the war, you didn't see the streets as quiet as this. Everybody is, well, most people are on lockdown. The sensible people are on the voluntary quarantine, as they call it, and the government has urged us all to stick to the rules and stay indoors as much as we possibly can to try and help stem this dreadful disease. And as you can see behind me, there's only a few buses running, very few people going around, and it's like a ghost town. And this is not just in one section of the city or one section of any city, it's all over Great Britain and the world. You'll see this scene in all the countries of the world that have been infected with this terrible Corona-19, as they call it. I'll just go around here and let you see. There's a street up there, absolutely empty, no people there at all whatsoever. Coming right to Princess Street. I'm on Princess Street right now. There's that pavement there, not a soul to be seen apart from a single person down the bottom end. Okay, the trams are running, but they are only running because of essential personnel, taking the essential personnel to their workplaces, etc, etc. Now, you've got to take your hat off to the N.H.S staff. You've got to take your hat off to all the workers that are involved in trying to keep the ship afloat, so to speak. And God bless them all. Let's hope that we can find a solution to all this, hopefully a vaccine, and try and get back to normal. As I say, most people are trying to do their bit for this, carry on, and I think it will help immensely if we do stick to the government guidelines and what's being said to try and stem the flow of this deadly virus spreading. Now, our government has already been affected, the British government. Boris Johnson was self-isolating in his Downing Street flat last night after catching coronavirus. The PM55 Health Secretary Matt Hancock and UK Chief Medical Officer Chris Whitty all developed mild symptoms of the disease. It came as UK deaths rose by 181 to 759, the biggest daily jump so far. Scotland's toll increased by 8 to 33. Mr. Johnson became the first world leader to test positive for the bug. In a video statement, he said, "I have developed mild symptoms of the coronavirus, that is to say, a temperature and a persistent cough, and I have taken a test that has come out positive. So I am self-isolating. Thank you to everybody doing what I am doing to stop the spread from household to household. There are now 14,579 UK cases with 6,200 patients being treated in hospital. There are now 14,579 UK cases, with 6,200 patients being treated in hospital. The number of positive tests in Scotland hit 1,059, up 165 in 24 hours. And the country top medic, Dr. Catherine Calderwood, increased her previous estimate by claiming 65,000 people here could already have coronavirus. Cabinet Officer Minister Michael Gove said infection rates were doubling every 3 to 4 days. So there we are, folks. This is not a little common sniffy cold we're talking about here. Alright, this is a killer. And if it gets a chance to take a hold, it won't hesitate at all in increasing fatalities enormously. So I urge everybody, including myself, I've already started, to do our bit for Scotland, Great Britain, and stick to the rules. Stay at home if you can. Obviously you'll need to get out to do your shopping, get the supplies in, but every one of us has a duty to do. So let's rally together, folks, and hold together and keep this ship afloat until we can find that vaccine or something that will kill this catastrophic disease. Alright. Now, we're not alone here, because US now is the most infected place in the world, United States. America now has more COVID-19 infections than any other country after reporting 11,533 new cases. The US now has 96,968, with almost 40,000 in New York. There were also 182 more deaths, taking America's total to 1,477. The growing crisis seems to question Donald Trump's claim that the US would get back to work pretty quickly by Easter. Italy had its biggest daily death toll of 919, making it 9,134 in all. Spain also had its most, with 569, taking the toll to 4,934. China, where it all began, recorded just 5 new deaths, 3,292 total. India has quarantined 40,000 people in 20 villages in the northern state of Punjab due to an outbreak linked to one man, 70, who died from this virus. He refused to self-isolate after visiting Europe. So there we are, folks, we're not alone here. The whole world is fighting against this virus. Okay. Now, there are contact numbers for the ones that are vulnerable and amongst our citizens. Now, how to get help? Here we go. If you are struggling because of the coronavirus crisis, we've put together this handy list of online websites where you can obtain expert advice. Okay? The HMRC helpline for self-employed and businesses is www.gov.uk/government/topical events coronavirus/COVID/19 UK government /response. So there's a little HMRC helpline for you. Okay. And of course, if you don't have symptoms and you're looking for general information, a free helpline has been set up on 0800 028 2816. That's 0800 028 2816. So there we are, folks. Okay. Anyway, this is Edinburgh on lockdown. Princess Street. St Walter Scots Monument behind me. You've seen that before, one of my clips. And as I say, there's only a few buses and trams running. Everybody else is in lockdown. Most shops are all closed, and only the essential shops are being left open. Okay, that's your food shops, supply shops. There's pet shops allowed open as well. If you can't get into your food shop, you can call the supermarkets and they'll do their best to try and deliver out to you. There's loads of helpers, volunteer helpers now on the scene. God bless them all. And they can give you plenty of help if you get in touch with them all. All right. So there we are, folks. Edinburgh at its quietest. Lockdown here, Corona-19. It's never been as quiet for the days and the centuries that we can remember. Apart from when the plague was on, of course. All right. So there we go. So folks, that's us. Take care, stay safe. Let's all do our bit. Let's try and get through all this as best we possibly can. God bless you all, and Godspeed a cure for this bug. Signing out, Munro's Journeys. See you on the next journey. Bye for now.